Hello, welcome to my new and improved Valheim Forever world. I'll get to those details in just a sec. I just wanted to point out I got these boar mostly tamed. So from the screenshot in the last episode, I was trying to get it after I was done recording, and the boar that's closest to me ended up finishing up taming. And this is basically just a backup boar farm. I'm going to have one closer to my base, but this one's just going to be like reserves because I know at my base I'm going to get attacked. So I want to just have this situated and ready to go for backup meat. So in this one, going into the new and improved spot, I have enabled portaling metals through my portals. Portaling metals through my portals, man. Until I'm recording late. Yep, so general consensus was play my own way, and I think it'll make the series a little interesting. I want to start off by saying it's not going to be on forever. It's basically just going to be on to get me to the next step a little quicker, so I should be able to like get my iron stuff situated sooner. And then basically once I beat Bonemass, I'm turning it back off, and I'll keep it off until I sail my first round of the next metal over to my base, and then I'll turn it back on to make it a little more quicker. So that way I can still use the boat for first discovery and first, metal runs, and then after that we'll enable it. So it'll be a toggle that I turn on every now and then. So kind of a long intro there. There's a little bit to explain, so let's get started. Let me check this one. So yep, this one should be tame. Yep, tame and happy. So I had Peppa and Pumbaa, I think, were my last ones. How about Boris is usually one that I go with. And then let's check you. Ooh, he said 96%. And I picked up his raspberries, so let me stand up real quick. See if I can throw those back in. I just want him to hit tame, just so you can see what it looks like. I had my HUD turned off for the last one. And then you saw it in the screenshot afterwards. Let's see. Boris is probably going away, if I'm being honest, because the other boar is a 1-star, and as soon as I have 2 1-star boars, I'm getting rid of any normal ones, because this is supposed to be like a reserve bank, and I need these to be at least 1-stars to keep my production up, even if I'm not going to be here, because they won't breed when I'm nearby. The plants, they still progress, and then they won't actually do anything until you're nearby. Wow, boar's been tamed. Here we go. So I don't have to sneak around anymore. And that means... So let's do this. How much wood do I have? A ton. Cool. So that means I can do this. I don't really have to do this, but I like to just because it's fun. Build a little fence around my portal, and then that way I can let them free. So naturally, yeah, they're gonna try and run back to where they spawned in. So as soon as I have some boar... Oh, they're breeding already. Yeah, once I have some 1-star boar that spawn in here, I can get rid of these ones. Because they're pretty much just going to hang out by this door. Cool, we have free-range boar. Yeah, they're going to try and find any path that they can to get out. They're not going to attack anything now. But they should. I'm gonna stay here. I originally wanted to kind of get the ball rolling, but after getting the the original Boris, I guess I'm gonna rename one. After that one tamed during me trying to grab the thumbnail, I knew that it was probably gonna be, oh my gosh, it's getting pushed. Yeah, they're gonna go crazy. Yeah, so they're just trying to run back to where they spawned at. So it's kind of buggy. It always has been. So what I like to do in that case, throw one like there and one like here, just to get them to eat. Yeah, see, calms down, and now he's eating. And they also regain health too, so if they take damage. There we go. I just want to see a baby pig. I don't have my rested buff right now, so I need to go get that. And also, actually, okay, so Boris is eating. So you can put torches and stuff in here now. So I've been doing my best, and it's still a work in progress, and all the reminders are thank you. Because with lighting, I don't notice when the lighting is bad. So I know some YouTube like quality or whatever, it doesn't come over very well versus what I see. So it's not for everybody. I know it's inconsistent, and there's a lot of factors into that. So yeah, remind me when it's too dark or literally anything. All the reminders are great. I appreciate it. Alright, so my main plans, I actually wrote this down. I'm going to portal all of the iron that I have right now, which is about 100. It's another dream. Which I need 100 to do bare minimum what I'm trying to do for my armor, my axe, and my bow that I really like. So I'm going to portal all that over. I need some charcoal. So I need to make sure these are taken care of and filled up. And then I need to get some cooking while I'm transporting everything. I'm going to need a lot. Oh, I guess I do have... got a bunch of wood on me. Alright, let's get this going. Transport this all over. Go. So I won't need any of that right now. No items to stack. Oh boy. Yeah, it's because I have a stockpile going now, thankfully. Alright. Boar farm. Nope, we don't want that. We just want the unconnected one. Because I'm just going to grab everything out of my boat. I want to see how this works. I know you can... so you can get this eventually. I mainly wanted to jump the gun on... oh. I wanted to kind of jump the gun on getting this because, you know, I'm doing this to help and, you know, to have fun and make it entertaining. Look at that. I just walked my iron through. That's amazing. We had to go. There's a weird workaround I had to go through back in the day for this. So just being able to portal all that through was so, that's awesome. The old workaround I had to do was basically create another world. So you would grab the iron or grab whatever metal on your character, like in the world you're playing on, log out, log back into this other world. You would have some chests like nearby. You'd drop all the metals in, you'd log out there, and then travel to where you need to go on your main world, and then you'd log back in, transfer everything over. It was a very long workaround. So yeah, just having this built into the game now is awesome. Let's do this. Not gonna well, I guess I can get stuff processing now. Okay, round 2. Just need a little bit of back and forth to start. I love that. You jump and touch the ladder. I think it's 10. That might be over. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, so this should get me, I think if my math is right, I'll end up with like 103 bars. And then I want to, I'm looking at my notes real quick. Gather more iron from the closest Bonemass crypt. So, the closest crypt that I have to Bonemass. Will be the one that I get the last little bit that I need from. And then after that, I'm going to build everything, get all the tools and armor and upgrades and stuff that I need. Yeah, look at that. Still blown away by this. So yeah, thanks for the feedback on and everything. I want to say it was probably close to like 90% support on doing this, so I'd call that a, you know, majority, obviously. I wasn't able to put up the poll because as I had mentioned in the last episode, we got absolutely destroyed by a snowstorm. We got, like, in my area alone, we got about 2.5 feet basically overnight. It was between, let's see, it was probably 48 hours roughly. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, the heck? Oh, nothing I'm using got disconnected. That's funny. Hi, Rocky. I need to find you a buddy. Actually, yeah, that's another one. Somebody pointed out a potential Rocky buddy spot. So I might need to go on a tangent real quick and find that. I've basically about 15 minutes Let's go do that while everything's processing. So it was... I have to look at my phone. I took a screenshot of the location of the timestamp. Something I like to try and do. So if you see something ever... Oh, nope, I don't have it for this one. It was underneath a rock. I guess while I'm running there, I can try and look up the comment. I do look at everything. I might not respond to all the comments, but I do see everything. So I'll respond eventually. I'm sorry if I'm not spot on with it all the time, but all right, let's see. Do you want to wait? Okay. Okay, just trying to find it. And I'm gonna feel really bad if I like heart reacted it and it went out of my, yep, it did. So I think that takes it out of my, like, it counts as me interacting with it. There we go. I'm so sorry. I usually try to stay up on this. Okay, so I'm looking at my map. It's gotta be like... Oh wow, yeah, right about here. I knew I was close, so I really just want to see. It was underneath a boulder around this area. This is all for Rocky. Huge tangent. I have timestamps. Basically just looking for anything that doesn't say stone. Okay, it was a little bit over. I don't try to do this live to try and at least have a decent idea. This is also a huge tangent on the main. Those will happen. Okay. It's either that or I'm not at the right. There's basically two dots roughly, like I can only see my mini map on the video, And this looks right. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I'll have to plan for that another time, I think. Might do one last little sweep. Yeah, the timestamp showed it like right here. So either I'm not seeing it, which is very, very strong chance. Or I'm just doing this too on the fly to where I'm missing it entirely. Also possible. That's the most likely scenario, as I've found. Okay. Yep, I'll have to... Oh, maybe it was right here. Nope. Okay. Might as well come home with some stone. Okay. I will definitely have to revisit that, because it looked like there was another rock there when I checked the footage. That was in the last episode. So this one from here is just going to be about processing the rest of my iron, getting my gear, and then finding my bone mass spawn in a crypt like nearby. I'll clear out that crypt, and then we'll go from there. Going back to kind of the beginning of this one, the boar farm that I have built. So it's going to be just like a reserve farm. I'm going to have one probably on the island that I've been building on. That's kind of my plan. But I'll probably have another mini one like here again. I built one like probably episode 10, and I'm still sad that that one perished when it did. It's cooking. The ground is shaking. Wonderful. Alright, where are these trolls? Over there. Throwing stuff. Ah, there's the other one. Okay, so there's only two, and I've found that I can essentially bring them here, and they don't really do anything. Unless I attack them, I just gotta keep them busy. Oh. Yeah, will attack my fences. I probably need to bump this little area up. I'm probably gonna die again. Thankfully this... Oh, can they? Shaking against the big. Can they mine the ground? I don't think they can, but that's kind of terrifying if they can, because troll raids are constant. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so let's not get... Oh my god, I messed up my parry. I am horrible when trolls just kind of come after me. What was that? He like threw it backwards. Yeah, they... Ooh. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I definitely feel like they were able to alter the terrain a little bit. Again, could be just misremembering. I misremember a lot of stuff from this game, even though I've been, you know, about 40 hours-ish into it at this point. For my return, anyway. Alright, so I'm good for a raid for a little bit. I've got to be misremembering that. Scaring me a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I could eat another bite. Alright. Back to the task at hand. Basically just processing my iron. I didn't plan on being at the base for this long. At this point, let's make... Let's get all this stuff. Okay.
I have one more boar meat left. Definitely gonna need a good health food. Okay, this should be good. But I think, honestly, what I'm gonna do, with the, what's it? God, I can't wait till this is all organized. Maybe we'll throw the oozes and like blood bags in here. And then I'll just start the stockpile of these 3 things. Oh my gosh. All right. Just need these going constantly, or else the back half of the episode's gonna stall, so I'm wet. Okay. Cool, it kind of speed runs it a little bit. We're gonna need more coal. Yeah, that's gonna be a battle. Glad I chopped a bunch of wood last time. That was part of my plan, if I'm being honest. And the other part is going to be we're gonna have a backup portal. Honestly, let me see how much iron I do have. So I have 53. I think I have 5 more over here. Did I move it? I'm all over the place. What else is new? So I still have, I think, 20 processing plus this, so that'll get me to 103 by the time it's all done. Bring an extra bit of fine wood. And then what we're gonna do yeah, so I just have to remember my boat's there. Ooh. I'm gonna redo this, but for now, yeah, there's gonna be a skeleton attacking it. That's fine, whatever. I'm just gonna name this one Hub. And then if I die for some reason... Hey. If I die for some reason, I will have my blank portal at home, and I can just rename that hub and I'll spawn over here. So I'm not too worried about that. Basically what I'm trying to do, I need to have a portal over this way anyway. I think this is close enough. My Bonemass spawns over here. So I want to have a crypt nearby. It does feel nice to have swamp level foods finally. So I have, okay. I hear an abomination and there's a 1-star jogger here. It's the abomination I've been working on. It's got full health again. So I'm just gonna run. Because my business is elsewhere. It's another... Okay. I saw the little blue aura around him. They'll give up eventually. Oh, dang it. I keep forgetting. I've gotten a few suggestions on this, and I feel like every time I'm running through here, I have my Ike Deer buff going. So the love potions, somebody said to get the pebbles or something. I can't remember what all this was, so trying to maybe experience that all normally without looking it up, but I guess we'll see. Having a portal right by that would be ideal. Oh. I need a little bit of wood to build a little staircase on the crypt that I pick. So I got 2.5 minutes. I'm honestly good. 7 minutes on my poison resist. Plenty of Surtling spawners over here for more cores and coal and stuff. Like, sounds like they're already set up to just spawn and perish. So I am gonna try and get some of this. It's not required, but for me, it's a resource I didn't have access to for a long time just because I could not find any in my first run until like day 200 or something. So there's that. Basically just want to find a closer crypt if I can. Oh, I'm about to see my bone mass spawn. And I have my hoe with me, so I can kind of get it prepped up. Oh, yes, that's bad news right there. Like that alone. There's bone mass over here, but then there's all these. So these ones I'm going to go clear. Yeah, so you do that because, I mean, you'd be kind of far away, but... Oh, there's just skellies. Yeah, they'd be far enough away to where they wouldn't be an issue. But close enough to where you want to take care of it just in case you have to do a wide turn or something. Oh, yes. Alright, so this is bone mass. That's beautiful. So what I like to do, I might as well just kind of prep up. That way nothing surprises me during the fight. I like to raise the ground up, because you don't want to run around into a deep pool while you're fighting him. There's a lot going on during the fight, so... really the only time I kind of ignore my usual don't just spam your leveling. Like this is fine as long as you can walk. Oh, so let's do this to prep. I'm mainly doing this right now because I feel like I'm ready for this fight very soon. So that way, once I get to this point, I won't have to worry about it. I like to do a good sweep. Kind of extra, but I found it works out very well in your favor to put in the extra couple minutes just to make your life easier during a boss fight when you're being chased by a bunch of stuff. Make sure my poison's good. Okay, might take that crypt. Guess we'll see. Oh, it was just another. Yeah. It's really just, I don't know, I like to do this just to get ready. That way you're not caught off guard by a random pocket of deep water and I think I already got this spot. It's still a little deep over here. Basically wherever there's grass or something in the water. Try to hit those spots. Oh yeah, that should be good. And then what we can do... So low on stamina. Ooh, let's get... this crafting bench ready. So there are surtlings over there. I don't like this spot. So the surtlings, you can basically do the same trick. Boy, I only have 5 seconds on my... okay. I gotta find that other crypt. So the surtlings, those like fire geysers, you can do the exact same thing, but like put them just underwater to the point where they, sorry, I'm trying not to die at this point. You use your hoe just under the water to the point where they spawn in and then they just die in the water. Like they're made of fire, so the water just instantly kills them. And then you get infinite coal and surtling cores. Kind of a nice trade-off. Cool, so we saw our Bonemass spawn. That was neat. That's up here, so I'll have to mark. I think it was like right about here. I'll correct it once I get over there. Yeah, just wanted to get over there. So now let's get prepared for that. Yep, armor, tools, and upgrades next on my list. Oh shoot. Alright, I guess we'll move ectoplasm out. Maybe we'll put ectoplasm over here. Get all this situated. We'll zoom back in a little. Wish there was a repair all button so you didn't have to spam. It's okay, it's loud sometimes. Grab another stack of wood and just get it cooking in the charcoal. Okay, so kind of the last thing on my list was to prep foods for Bonemass, so I kind of started that process, but I'm low on boar meat. I honestly might just go hunt some wild boar. So I don't have any right now. Yeah, probably gonna need that. Okay, should be good. Just grab some wood arrows and Rocky. Grab some wood arrows and go boar hunting. I guess I'll bring this over. Oh. Guess that would have been from the raid, maybe? Alright, so some of these still need time. Alright, let's go hunt some boar. Should be working on my other weapon skills, too. I really don't bother too much till like just before the plains, really. It's just a personal preference, I guess. Personal play style, I should say. I love the club. I love blunt weapons in this game, so almost wondering if I should just do this in the daytime. Let's do that. Yeah, that way not only is it easier to see, but I think I might do a second closer boar farm. I don't know if I'll do it in here because it'll still be too far away from my current main base. Still plan on using this base for a little bit. And I'll just move stuff over to the island here and there. You know what? I've been talking about this for a while too. You'll see in a second. But also, gonna build this bridge, or at least start it. Yeah, it's all in prep for Bonemass, I promise. There's a lot of things that I like to be prepared for. And having food and armor and stuff is important for that. So building, let's go with, so I'm still shook. I'm pretty sure those trolls like destroyed the ground, but I can't be sure. I don't know for sure, and it's driving me nuts. I like to be sure of things in this game, so okay. And then, oh, that was weird. Maybe let's do this. I'm trying to think about this logically, even though I don't really need to. Oh my god, the waves are just barely moving me. Oh, there we go. And then maybe we'll just do some stairs. Like that. Doesn't need to be perfect, it's basically just so I can jump up and that nothing else can jump up with me. Okay. Boar hunting. Let's build the iron armor. And then basically just do final prep for this boss fight. I'm excited. I might be able to do it next episode if I can get the gear that I need. I think all that I'm able to do right now off of my list that I haven't done yet is go into that crypt that I put the portal on. So might have to do that in the next one. Oh, it's right here. But I should be able to get everything else done. I'm excited. I really am. I think I've said that a couple times where, you know, I've been thought that, you know, if someone tells me like really good news, they're like, oh, you didn't sound so excited. Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh no, it's just how I am. Like, I'm completely thrilled, but it might not come off that way at times, and it happens. Oh my god. I didn't put my inventory away. Is there anything I can combine or eat? Not really. I guess I can get rid of this raspberry. Yeah, so I am excited. Got bone mass prepped. I'm gonna need, like, I don't know, I'll try and find a full stack of boar meat, but I don't know if I'll get to that point right now. I do have a boar stone, I think. Let's see. Yep, there's a boar stone here. Oh, oh my god. Okay. I guess I don't necessarily need a full stack. I've got some going. I'll pick off a couple random ones as I run back home. Maybe I'll take the long way through the rest of this meadows here. It's kind of nice, like the progression that I've kind of taken. Like laid back for sure. I think the last time I did like even 100 days kind of challenge, I was almost up to the plains by like day 98-ish. So for me to be at for me to be like close to beating Bonemass, you know, I'm definitely taking it a lot slower. Oh, that's funny. This burial chamber is technically in a meadows. It's cool. Brings me back to early on in the series. Somebody had a troll cave in the meadows and there was no black forest nearby. There's a black forest here, so I could see that happening, but they definitely had no black forest nearby. And there was a troll cave straight in the meadows, like right at the beginning of the game too. It was rough. I felt so bad. Okay. Oh, there's a... Hey, not nice. This is technically... Oh, I guess not really if I walk into it. Most of it's in a meadows, though. Rude. Oh, there's not even anything up here. Okay. Start making my way back. Still need to pick up a few more boar. I'd like to come back with at least 10 boar meat. what my emergency farm's going to be for now. Then I'll have one closer to the base, and then honestly debating on waiting until I get to the island to have it full time there or not. I mean, there's no harm in having 3. I basically have 3 places I want to build stuff at, so. There's a couple more. Oh, nice. This must be another boar stone. It's gotta be. Wild boar who roam these lands, yep. So we'll mark this one off too. The main reason I marked those off, in case you haven't seen it, these areas have a higher chance of spawning higher tiered animals. Boar, I guess. Specifically. From what I've read and experienced. Honestly, I think it has a higher chance of spawning them, and then there's a chance that one of them is a higher tier anyway. Don't know if that's fully how that mechanic works, but that just makes sense to me. Okay. Oh yeah. Going back to the last episode again. Completely forgot that you can use like a hammer like Stag Breaker. You can use that to hit the ground in these, and if it hits a chest, there's a chance that it does damage to it, and you can just keep doing damage to it until the chest breaks and everything spawns up top. Alright, back to Neckberg. I think these should all be ready to harvest. Yeah, so I'll work on that. It's not a great bridge, but it does the job. Oh, that troll. Yeah, I'm gonna have to push some stuff in, I think. Okay. Honestly, just kind of going through, see where I have everything. I built my bridge. Really, the rest is just food related. And then I want to build these armor pieces. Get all that going. That's going to be sweet. Replace my axe. I don't know what's going on with my audio today. I don't know if it's coming across on YouTube, but it's been cutting out. I think that's the 3rd time in this video alone, so we'll have to see what that's all about. Alright, let's check my reserves. So couple more sausages, I think. Definitely want some more turnip stew. Turnip stew for sure. Probably just want at least 3 more of those. Sausages, I want a good chunk of black soup. I think we'll use the last 3 turnips for that. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. I'm gonna have a little bit more boar meat to work with too. Cool. Not really worried about the tin right now. Alright, so no more iron in there. I just processed all of that. Cool. So that's what, 93. So that'll be 103. So let's get to work on building all this stuff. So, scale mail. Need to grab my deer hides. Some more deer hides, feathers, and pine wood. Leather scraps and regular wood. More deer hide. More deer hide. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna have to hunt some deer. No! I thought I was ready. Oh, I'm carrying too much now. Great. Can I throw that in there? Nope. Yeah, so let me look at the damage on this. I guess we'll figure that out here in a second. Shoot. Just put a bunch of feathers in there because that, you know, that'll make a difference. Alright, here we go. So the bow for sure. I want. Gotta be my favorite bow in the game, like at this point. So damage, it does 42 pierce at level 1. So it does more than this one right now. Move speed, backstab, all that's pretty much the same. Draw stamina is a little higher. Yeah, Huntsman bow is where it's at. Alright, next. I guess let's do the axe. And then I'm pumped. Scale mail. My first heavy armor. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna need
course, there's a big storm. So bring this with me. The iron axe is going to be nice. Okay. Throw that in my backup. This too. Yeah, let's sleep through the storm. Please. Day 98. Oh yeah, we're gonna be able to beat Bonemass by day 100. I'll have to throw a little area over this. So let me do this first, I guess, since this is all ready. That's a lot of turnips. So I should save some contingency turnips is what I call these. Or just having like a seed vault type of thing. And then do the new trick of just walk slow, look straight down. Use cultivated soil. Pretty much by the time it's ready, you're able to plant it as long as you space them out a little bit. Works out so much better than I used to do it, because previously I'd sit there and evenly space them out, and you can do that still. It's fine if you want everything to look pretty. It's great. But as far as making it look okay and working, this does the trick. So let's go with, let's plant some carrots now. And I have carrots planted in 2 other spots in my world, so those are my contingency ones in case these get destroyed for some reason, which I'm mostly worried about after I beat Bonemass. And if you're not familiar, I will only say once you beat Bonemass, you get flying enemy raids. So be careful. That's why I want to have at least backup storage of your seeds and everything. I know the game's been out for a few years, but like I said in the last one, I've got a pretty good mix of new and returning players. Like I originally mentioned, I guess, early on, episode 1. That was the whole point of this series. So, let me go in here. Rocky. Throw those in there. Okay. So as far as turnip stuff goes, gonna need a little bit more. Let's go hunt some deer, because I need that to finish what I wanted to do. And then next time we will start. Oh, it shoots so much straighter. Yes. Yeah. So we'll get this wrapped up. And then the next one we will start off with that crypt that I built that portal on. I'll have to adjust where the marker is. Start off with that because I still need a little bit of iron. I want to upgrade my club, or my mace, I guess it is now. Want that to be at least level 3 before I fight Bonemass. Wow, I really don't have this one marked. There's so many raspberries here. I mean, after a while I stop. Hey, skeleton, that's mine. What you doing? Oh, I scared that one. But not this boar. That's funny. Ah, when I'm doing like resource runs like this, it just pulls me back into like the early days of playing this game. I really wish I had all my old footage, because I did record a little bit and like streamed kind of early on. And I guess while I'm on that topic, this is something I've been kind of debating. I might sign up to do a stream for Valheim. So that's coming up, I think, next month. And I originally wanted to submit my first episode of my Forever World for it, but the requirement for like a recorded YouTube video, they had a maximum of 10 minutes. So I might try to do a live stream if I can get approved for that. That would be fun. Iron Gate is officially showing up for that, so that's Yeah, they're joining that officially this year, which is cool. So yeah, I'll probably try to do something. So let me know if I do get into that, which would be awesome. Part of me wants to do, like, if I'm going to do a live stream for Valheim, I want to start like a separate world. And if I do this world, maybe I'll just do like basic chores and stuff. Like, you know, I always talk about chopping wood and mining and stuff. Like, maybe I'll just do that for a stream, just to get caught up on wood and all that. Either one works for me. I have fun with this game regardless, so I think I am going to sign up for that. And hopefully maybe even by next episode I'll know. Oh, I love this bow. Okay. Let's go and finish off. So I have that. I need the helmet. I guess, yeah, let's grab all of that. Go over here. Helmet. And then we'll grab 10. Make greaves. That'll leave me with 3 iron left. Oh yeah. This feels good. So then I have a decent backup armor. But I'm in full iron. And then, yeah, to upgrade my mace, I need 10, and then I'm pretty sure the next one's 15. So, gonna need at least 25 more iron. But we're basically there. That's awesome. Oh, did I just see something else pop up? I always get really nervous because I think my first or second raid, I can't remember which one it was. I missed it. So I lose my sneaky bonus, which is a bummer, but I don't really use it for the swamp that much. Look at that, full iron tools across the board. This feels good. Yeah, I'll have to throw a roof over this. Well, cool. I think that's gonna do it for this one. Got a lot done, I think. Got food and everything prepped up. So let me know what you thought.
I'm pumped to possibly even fight Bonemass next time. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty certain it'll happen. And if it doesn't happen, it'll be the episode after. So I really want to get into the mountain. I have full iron armor. This is great. And I'll probably keep the teleporting on for at least one more episode, and then we'll figure it out from there. So let me know what you thought. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.